My first guest joins me in studio this week, Mr. Boo Linton. He is the CEO of a company called Kleangas Energy Technologies. KGET is their stock symbol. Boo, always good to see you.
Good to see you, Don. Thanks for having me on the show.
Well, it's great to have you here. I appreciate you taking the time to be with us this week. Now, Kleangas describes itself as a research and development company, but you're dedicated to providing alternative clean energies, promoting energy efficiency. Give us a general overview, if you would, please.
Sure. Well, Kleangas has a couple different technologies that we have patents for. The first one is a waste heat to electricity system. And the way that works is we capture excess heat from engines. And that heat is converted into electricity through it's like an air conditioner working in reverse. We take the heat from the heat source, like an exhaust system from a natural gas generator, and when the heat heats the liquid, it expands into a gas, which turns a turbine, powers a generator, and that's how we make the electricity. So the other technology, it's a hydroelectrolyzer, which turns water into hydrogen, which can be added to the fuel of engines on demand. Wow. So what it does is increases the efficiency of the burn of the engine, which can increase the horsepower and dramatically reduces the emissions, because the hydrogen causes all the unburned hydrocarbons, or what's in the harmful emissions. It causes those to burn. Even carbon monoxide is a combustible fuel, but typically it comes out of the exhaust pipe because there's not enough reason for it to burn, and the hydrogen causes it to burn completely. But the part we're most excited about right now is our pellet operation, our wood pellets and refuse-derived fuel pellets. And the reason being is we've had so much demand after creating this website and marketing efforts. We got calls all over the world, and so that's the big thing we're looking at right now. The other parts, that's the research and development. We're expecting that this will help launch those products.
Well, we had your President Bill Wiley on the program last week, and he mentioned during the interview that you guys just secured a $10 million purchase order. Can you give us a little more detail on that?
Sure. We are in the process of fulfilling the order. We're just working out the logistics of shipping it overseas. So we have that order, which is going to equate about $1 million of revenue minimum. A month. Wow. And or actually it's $10 million a year, so it's a little less than $1 million. But behind that we have 3 other orders almost just like it. Wow. That are in the process of going through as well.
Now, the demand for wood pellets has really exploded recently on a global basis. What do you think is the driving force behind that?
That's a good question. I think the main force of it is like the EPA in the United States putting more demands for cleaner air, not using coal-burning plants because of the pollution, and environmental agencies like that all around the world are mandating that these coal-fired plants be closed down. And the wood pellets, they're sustainable, and also refuse-derived fuel pellets are sustainable, and that is increasing the demand, because every time a coal-fired plant goes down, the demand for the pellets that we're making and selling goes up.
Now, we mentioned a moment ago the $10 million purchase order, and I know you said you have more behind it, but I know you announced this week that you've secured the production on that one big order that we've talked about. You mentioned there was some of the revenue, but tell us again about the revenue possibilities that this creates now, or actually revenue realities.
Well, with the first order, like I said, that's a minimum of $10 million for the first year.
Okay.
The 3 other orders that we have are pending, but they are similar sized orders. We're currently working to acquire a facility where we can be making pellets in the Texas Panhandle area. Okay. And once we can do that, we can increase the profitability of what we do. Just based on the orders alone, we can make 3 to 5% is what we're figuring in our profit range. But once we're making our own pellets, we're looking at 20 to 30% profitability. So it's a good thing we're into.
Kleangas Energy Technologies, KGET is their stock symbol. Boo, let's talk about capital structure. I mean, does the company have the capital resources to meet this kind of burgeoning demand?
Well, the good news about it is we don't have to raise any funds to complete these orders we're doing. In the U.S., we have purchase order financing, but our orders now are overseas, and what we get is a letter of credit. So the letter of credit we can turn into cash, so they're financed by the people making the purchases. So that is a really great structure for us.
Now, originally you were planning in South Korea of working with only one buyer, and I understand now that's changed. That's actually opened up a bit. Can you kind of give us a detail?
Well, we brought in this individual broker with the idea that, you know, we could get somebody in every country, one person to kind of represent what we were doing. So as soon as we did that and we put out an 8K about that agreement, then suddenly we started getting these other people from Korea calling us saying they wanted to put purchase orders with us. But the problem was, with the exclusive agreement, we couldn't take that.
Okay.
So instead of turning down the agreement with the other people, because they didn't want to work with another broker who would take their customers or whatever, you know, who knows how it all works behind the scenes with them. So we made the decision it'd be best to cancel that agreement with that individual and keep it open, so we don't just have one single contact we're working with in Korea.
So how difficult is it working in an environment like South Korea, where you are basically learning as you're going along, I guess, in how to do business, or is that pretty much business as usual? You know,
I've done business all over the world for many years, and in this specific case, it's kind of easy because we're just shipping. They're sending money, or the equivalent of money,
right,
and we're sending a product to their destination.
Okay.
So the difficult part, I guess, if anything, is just setting up the logistics for how and where you're going to ship it and meeting the timelines that they require. But everything we do is in English, so that makes it easy.
Great. Kleangas Energy Technologies, again, the stock symbol is KGET. Boo, why is this a good time right now for people to take a closer look at your company?
Well, I think it's a great time because we're really just getting up and started. And if you look at the market capitalization of the company, I believe that's pretty low compared to what we're looking at doing here in the near future. This pellet industry is looking to increase, by what experts say, for the next 10 years. So, you know, you type in our name, or you type in pellets, GPEL will probably be the first one that comes up on Google. So we're getting a lot of contacts, a lot of people are coming to us, and we're going to be front runners in this industry, and we're in a nice niche, and we're excited about it, so I think it's a great time.
Well, congratulations on the big orders. This is exciting. Again, Kleangas Energy Technologies, KGET is their stock symbol. Of course, we initiated coverage of the company last week. We're following you very closely over the next several weeks. Look forward to more updates from you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, and we'll see if we can get Bill on here with you again.
Great. Take care.
Okay.